Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you as always. Going back into the 90s, probably one of my favorite tunes from the 90s. Better than Ezra, good. Uh, back home for me during the 90s, it was 105.5 WDHA FM, still around. But man, I'm telling you, this and it's the whole 90s scene and some of the music that was coming out of there, fantastic. So I loved hearing this tune on the radio as often as it came on. And we're going to walk you through it on the acoustic guitar. There's definitely more to it on the electric guitar with some fills and solos. We're doing this for acoustic guitar. Keep it somewhat simple. Kind of one awkward little chord, I guess, at the C, I don't know if it's a C7 or C major 7. And I'll show you how to do this. But we'll get into it. It's a good one. I think you're really going to like this. If you're into the 90s stuff, this has definitely got to be in the playlist for you, so to speak. So let's get into it. But before we do that, if you haven't done so, and again, I really can't tell you enough how much I appreciate this. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, so that way when you know things are coming out. I really do appreciate everyone checking out the videos over the last almost 3 years now, I guess, more than 3 years. So really do appreciate it. So let's get into this one. I'll walk you through some basic chords, the shapes, and we'll get right into it. Good, better than Ezra. All right, so here we go. We're going to get into this one. It starts off basically with 4 chords I think we probably already know. The G, to a D, to an E minor, to a C, and those 4 chords basically going to repeat, but it's going to be a G, to a D, E minor, and then that C7, I think it's a C7. So it's a little bit of a strange one, but we're going to play a C chord, and you're going to bring your pinky up to play the 3rd fret of the, I guess it's the 3rd string, right there. Okay, so open C, but we're going to bring our pinky up to the 1, 2, 3, 3rd string and the 3rd fret. And you'll hear this if you listen to the tune. You'll know exactly where it is. It tends to alternate between just the regular 4 chords and then coming back around, that C would be that alternate. All right, so that's really it. So again, we're doing this for the acoustic guitar. Here's how I would play the rhythm. So it's made that up, my own little way of doing it. It's close enough. Make it your own. That's what these are all about, right? But those are the chords right there. That'll just kind of be a theme throughout most of the tune. We're going to get into, I guess, it's even before the verse comes in, you'll hear that bass line. We can do it right here on the guitar as well. So all we're doing is we're just playing the bass notes of those chords we just went over. So it's a G, and I do it this way. Just for whatever reason, easier for me. 3rd fret of the 6th string. I bring my pinky over to the 5th fret of the 5th string. Open E on the 6th string to the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And I'm palm muting just to kind of get the dynamics in there. Oop, if I get it right. And then again, even during that bass line, during the verse, it'll go. So you'll hear that chord thrown in there. I think it's like every other time around. So, good for the dynamic feel. I think it works very well. The chorus kind of kicks back into what we did for the intro. And the song tends to build just with little pieces here, little accents to what we've already done. Nothing really new, but you'll hear, with the studio version, little guitar fills thrown in here and there. We can do that, but what we're doing here is we're just kind of playing these basic chords, okay? There is a solo, and if you want to play the rhythm parts of the solo, just for sake of it, everything kind of modulates up a whole step. So what we've been doing here, as far as I'll play the bar chords. It might be easier to see it that way. Right, so to G, to the D, you can play the E power chord or E minor, to the C. For sake of just visually, everything's going to move up 2 frets for the solo. So if we want to play the chords here, though, it would be an A to the E. No, it's not right. Hang on. Yeah, so it's going to be the A. We play there. To an E. To an F sharp minor. To the D. And that's the only major difference that you have new to the tune, basically. So that's pretty straightforward, I think. You can probably get that easily. Again, the pieces are the G to a D, E minor to the C. That's going to repeat on and off with that C7 thrown in there. We do the bass line. And then for the solo, if you want to avoid it, you can totally avoid it if you like. But we're going to play the chords for the solo, which is an A to the E to an F sharp minor to the D. All right, that's the tune for the most part. So have fun with it. Enjoy it. If you haven't done so, again, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. Request. Let me know what you want to hear. I got a list of things I'm going through, but if there's something that you want to hear, let me know, and I'll throw it in there. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Much appreciated. I will see you on the next video. Blue on Black, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Awesome, awesome tune. Saw Kenny Wayne Shepherd and his band open up for Van Halen back in '98 at the then, I guess the PNC Vanguard Center. Might have been the Garden State Arts Center still at that time, down in Homedale, New Jersey. Can't remember offhand, but that's where it was. It was the Van Halen 3 tour with Gary Cherone. Honestly, 2 great acts. Anyway, we're going to get into this one. Blue on Black. Just a couple chords. D. C add 9, and I also play a regular C in there. G, and there's an A. And again, let's keep it real. I'm kind of doing this as how I would do it solo acoustic. Simple singer-songwriter, just kind of make it usable for anybody out there, and then hopefully make it your own. So we will dive pretty deep into this. Again, D, pretty deep. It's not too deep to go, honestly, if you're just doing acoustic. But D, C add 9, G, throw the A in there for that transition. And then I play a regular C at some point in there. So here we go. Blue on Black, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. All right, so take a look at this one. 3 chords. D, at least for now. D, C add 9 to the G. Here's your strumming pattern. Again. All right, that's your strumming pattern. That was 2 times around, okay? We're going to throw the chords in there, and then we'll do it again with some of the bass notes, okay? To the C, to the G, to the D, to the C, to the G. And that's your verse. That kind of continues. Even the chorus is like that. All right? So let's kind of throw in these bass notes now. Kind of just, if you can only play the chords straight out, that's great. We're going to add a little bit to it now in terms of the... And what I'm doing here is I'm taking the D chord and my index and my middle finger I'm going to be taking on and off. Just to add a little something to it. And then when I go to that C, I'm kind of doing a walk down into that C note right there. So open 2, 3 on the 5th string. And tricky because you're kind of doing a lot in one stroke or two. To the G. Let's put it together. All right, let's add that bass note now to the C. So it is kind of tricky getting into, because you're coming into the open, hammer to the 2, and you either can hammer onto the 3 or just hit the 3 and play the chord right there. Oop, that wasn't it. So work on that. That could be a little tough, but that just continues, okay? And then when you get to the line, it doesn't bring you back. I'm just playing an A. So if we go into that, doesn't bring you back, A to the C, right? And that's your tune right there. Doesn't change up a whole lot, but if you can do that, you've got this song pretty much done. Obviously, there's some solos in there. We're just stripping this down, keeping it simple. So hopefully it helped you out. And if you thought you liked it, like, subscribe. Help me out there. Let other people know about it. Share it. All good stuff. I much appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Later. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. I am Rich. This is Six String Fun. Always appreciate it when you stop by to check out the content here. So we're going to go back mid-90s, maybe late 90s with a band called From Good Homes. And the name of this tune is called Kick It On. Back when I was still living in New Jersey, WDHA-FM 105.5 was kind of the place for me all the time for rock, metal. And this song was on there, so I fell in love with it right away. Band is from New Jersey. I believe actually from the Sparta area, so if you're familiar with New Jersey, up in Sparta, northwest New Jersey, I'm pretty sure that's where they're from. We're going to get into this one called Kick It On. I'm going to do the best I can for you. There's a lot of layers here, and some things I couldn't quite get 100%, but I think I got the chords here. So if you want to kind of do like a basic chord structure for the tune, we can do it. The chord shapes are G, C, C add 9, the D. We got an A minor in there, an E minor, and like I said, I got the D. That's everything. So again, we're gonna put the capo on the first fret. I've seen them play live. This tune live a couple times. I've seen the capo in different places, but I believe this is where it's best for me and what I've seen. So we're gonna put it there. Let's get into it. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Much appreciated. A lot of stuff coming out. I know you don't want to hear that right now, but I gotta pay the bills, basically, keep the lights on, right? So let's get into this one. From Good Homes, Kick It On. Okay, here we go. We're gonna jump right into this one. We're starting off on the D shape, okay? And from what I hear, it's kind of coming in like this. We're gonna do a hammer on with our index finger. Might even want to throw the middle finger in there as well, but it's a nice easy strum. And it's going to kind of just hang on that for a little bit. And arpeggiate the strings. And I'm opening up the high E string. So I'm bringing this on and off. And then everything comes in with kind of the hit on the drums. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the D to that C add 9 shape, but I'm going with the bass note here on the second fret. I'm going to walk it to the next note, to the G. So it's going to be this, to there, to here, to here. And then when I get there, I'm going to come back down. Now I'm going to skip this note. I'm going right to the D shape. So altogether, it's going to be this. Here we go. And the strumming pattern I'm using is this. With the chorus. And that's what you're going to use for the verse, basically. So I think the song only has 2 verses, if I remember correctly. So it kicks in, we go through the first verse. You're going to repeat it. Right? And then we're going to go into the chorus, which is really just a repeat of the back end of that verse. Kick it on, kick it on, kick it on. Leave that all behind like a ground station, right? Continues. Got to be on my way. And that's it, okay? I'm keeping this real simple too. I know there's a lot of other things kind of underneath there, but we're going to kind of keep this as simple as we can just for the acoustic guitar. So that's your we did the intro, verse, chorus, back to the verse. Continues. Going to repeat. Back to the chorus. Here we go. Right? Kind of repeats. And there's a bridge part here. The bridge is going to be 3 chords. A minor shape, E minor shape to the D. And here's where it might get a little funky in terms of just the rhythm pattern and what you're maybe accustomed to playing. It's going to be a measure of A minor, E minor to the D shape. And your instincts are telling you to play that D measure twice, but you're not. It's going to be all quick 1 measures of each. Right back to A minor. All right, 4 times. And again, you're playing it, and you're playing A minor, E minor. Again, instincts are telling you to hold that D maybe twice as long. It's going to be quick jumps, 1 measure each, just to... Okay, that's the tune, all right? The bridge, I should say. And then you're going to come back out into the chorus. And that's it. That's how I've played it. It's been years since I've heard the song, and I kind of just, stumbled across the band in an article, and I just kind of did some digging. I forgot all about the song. So this is how I would do it if you're doing just kind of solo acoustic. I think it works. Perfect, no, but it's got the structure there, I think, for you. So thanks again. Much appreciated. If you haven't done so, like, subscribe. Tons of stuff out there as far as on the channel. So it's good to see you, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.